Hi, I'm Jay, welcome to my channel, and today's featured presentation is Wonder Woman. No, not this one. We'll be looking at an earlier version of Wonder Woman. Oh god, I wish. I am like so in love with Linda Carter. To me, she's the definitive Wonder Woman, but a year before, in 1974, we had a TV pilot that could have given us a totally different vision of Wonder Woman. So let's bring on the funk and kick off this movie review. This film was a different concept than the traditional presentation of the character. It resembles the I Ching form of the Wonder Woman, where she had no apparent powers and a secret identity of Diana Prince that was not a secret. Hey, it was the 70s, so experimentation was the thing back then. We start off with a montage of military police officers stealing books that contain the names of secret agents and their locations, which, if it were fall to the wrong hands, would compromise the American government.
You did a beautiful job, gentlemen. Beautiful.
They sell the books to some shady organizations that's like a Spectre wannabe, but wouldn't you know it. And they all get killed by what looks like an evil organization of John Travolta cosplayers.
It was perhaps inevitable that the man-made world would one day require a unique woman. A Wonder Woman. You are that unique woman, Diana. You will be the Wonder Woman.
Yeah, they make no mention of why she's needed, because it's not like there's a war or anything, but just go with it. The story's got to progress somehow.
And now you're charged with a mission.
Seriously, the scene on Amazon Island was less than 4 minutes, and she has to go on her important mission to become a secretary? And meet Steve Trevor.
Gentlemen, the complete list of all our agents in the field, their cover identities, and their specific assignments has been stolen.
Now, the thief knows that and has set his price for returning those 10 books accordingly.
$15 million in cash.
$1 million.
Steve tells his operatives that it's between 3 possible suspects, and they have to come up with a plan to save their agents in the field, all while Diana is listening in on their operation.
And Abner Smith.
And gee, can you guess which one the mastermind is?
For any number of nations.
Steve, I'll be away from the office for a while. A dental appointment I lost to fill in.
At times like this, I really worry about you.
Yeah, they make it sound like she's using a cover story to hide the fact that she's Wonder Woman, but all the while Steve knows that she's Wonder Woman and she's just off to intercept the bad guys. But then why come up with a cover story?
Thanks.
Just go with it. And she arrives at a hotel where she's immediately recognized, so I guess everybody knows she's Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman. She's here.
Alright, we're about to get our first action scene. We get to see Wonder Woman exercise her power. Wow, that was something. Yeah, I didn't edit that. That was it. And I guess everything's alright now. I'm just gonna go into my room.
Hello?
My name is George Calvin. Now, you don't know me, but you just passed me in the lobby. You are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life, and if you don't have dinner with me tonight, I'm just gonna have to throw myself from the top of this building. And maybe I can help you find what you came to Cap d'Antibes for.
Well, then how can I refuse?
I seriously doubt you'll have the success you think you will, George.
10,000 says you're wrong.
You got a bet.
And the big reveal is that the main bad guy is played by... So Diana goes to meet George down in the restaurant where he proposes business and pleasure.
You are so totally captivating. Let me make love to you.
Why?
I like you.
Thank you.
Oh my god, that was so rapey face. Run, Diana, run!
Oh, I know that, George. Good night. Mr. Steve Trevor.
So Diana calls in to update the situation, but they're still going with that dentist
This has been
facade.
a tough one, but you did pick the right dentist, the Frenchman. The English dentist is in a hospital in Belgrade, and the other one is on a long vacation in China.
See, I mean, why even bother at this point?
Were you told me the message?
But I guess George didn't take rejection all that well, since one of his cronies tries to kill her. Didn't these guys have guns with silencers? I mean, wouldn't that be more efficient? So Wonder Woman attaches a bracelet to the car, which she uses as a tracking device that leads her to the bad guy's hideout. When she gets there, the place is empty, but she does receive a phone call.
Hello?
We haven't met. And I really hate to have a guest at one of my parties that I haven't welcomed personally.
I only came by to rescue the books you borrowed.
You have my word of honor. My word of honor that they will be returned the moment I have the proper response from your Mr. Trevor.
So Wonder Woman makes her way back to her hotel room, where she finds that George doesn't like to take no for an answer.
Now, my friends are going to take you sailing for a few days. Any place you choose.
Whether I like it or not.
Oh, I think you'll learn to like it.
I bet you say that to all the girls, George.
Can't let you put me in that trunk, George.
I thought you couldn't.
One of the criticisms was that this film was a lot less like a superhero film, and a lot more like a spy thriller. But judging by the action, it's more like a spy spoof. So she looks at a plane ticket to discover where Abner's going to her next location. And if you're wondering what this is a POV shot with Wonder Woman's invisible jet. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, they couldn't even bother in this movie. So this time, before she can even register, they enter her room and set up a trap.
Hello?
And what is this trap, you say?
Where you go, I go.
I'm sure you didn't
That's
call
right,
to chat,
a
George.
snake. Again, didn't they have guns with silencers? And if you are gonna plant something, wouldn't a bomb be more efficient? Oh, this is pretty hairy. So how is she gonna get out of this?
This is room 519. Send up a container of milk and a saucer.
That's right, she calls room service.
Stay right there. Now pour some milk in the saucer. And then walk slowly over here and put it down on the floor.
I mean, it's not a bad solution, except for the fact that snakes don't drink milk. And they definitely wouldn't coil around someone's leg for no apparent reason. They only attack if they are threatened. So, after another attempt on her life, she goes on another date. I'm beginning to think she likes the bad boys.
I'm empowered to offer you $1 million
$1 million?
to form a professional alliance with my employer.
Well, that's very impressive, but no thanks. Do enjoy your present, George.
Afterwards, Diana meets up with one of her Amazonian sisters that tells her there's a traitor.
My mission is to bring you a message of great sadness, sister. One from among us has fled the island.
Which of us?
Angela. Angela is not to be trusted. She must now face her times of trial alone.
And of course, Angela manages to team up with Abner, with no explanation of how or why they know each other.
How could I refuse?
And Steve gets instructions from Abner to put the money in a saddlebags on a donkey, which has been trained somehow. And hey, it only took half the movie, but we finally got Diana to put on her Wonder Woman costume. And after looking at it, I'm so glad they went with the iconic metal bikini in later versions. I mean, it's not the most well thought out costume, it just draws more attention than anything else. Not that Tweedledee and Tweedledum would notice, judging by their sniper skills. Now with that taken care of, it's time to chase the ass. Wonder Woman falls into a room where she gets stopped by a partitioning glass, and then what's strange is I think it gets teleported. She goes in to investigate, but it looks like she gets attacked by diarrhea. That sometimes happens when you chase ass. Wonder Woman manages to kick out of the trap and continue to track the ass so she can finally have her showdown with Angela.
Must we make war against each other?
We have no choice. We both know your goal. And mine.
Yeah, this is a 70s TV movie, so it's not the most exciting fight. Here, I'll spice this up a little.
arm behind. You can see her, she's posturing.
Now, slam her down. That's what she's going to try to do.
Shelley Silva trying to set up that guillotine. It just throws her off.
Her neck hit the wire. Referee Ron Aruba's right on top of her. Now she comes down, striking straight down.
And during the fight, George decides to take the money.
This is beautiful.
Nice kick to the legs.
Then our sisterhood ends here.
You know as well as I do that we will face each other again. I will take your life.
So, after the fight, Wonder Woman continues to track down the bad guys, where George gets the drop on her.
I've looked forward to meeting you for a very long time.
As I've looked forward to meeting you, Mr. Smith.
And at this point, we get the best interaction in the movie. I mean, Ricardo Montalbon is great in whatever he does. He is the best thing in this movie.
You are exactly as I picture you. Exactly.
You're taller than I expected.
I left Cap d'Antibes a full hour or more before you could have. And you were in New York well ahead of me. How?
I have this marvelous plane that flies that much faster than yours.
I'd like to see it sometime.
I'm afraid that's just not possible.
Even if I give you my word, I'd make no attempt to steal it.
It's not that. You see, my plane is invisible.
Ah. And you are invisible when you fly it.
Of course.
Convenient. You were wearing 2 bracelets when you arrived. Now there is only one. Where is the other?
I told you, by far, he's the best thing in this movie. Yeah, I never knew her bracelets could do that. That's probably not canon in the comics. I mean, we've seen Wonder Woman use her bracelets to deflect bullets, which would have come in real handy right now.
We might have spent more time together.
So rather than killing her, Abner decides just to lock her up while he makes his getaway. All the bad guys divide up the money, but before they can part ways, George has other ideas.
No, thanks, George.
We were there the last time you offered anybody a parting drink.
Why, George? The money.
So how does Wonder Woman get out? Well, she still has her other bracelet, and what is supposed to be her lasso of truth. Who knows if that's actually true? Nothing's canon in this film. So she does her best Batman impression and climbs up and over the cage. Meanwhile, Abner makes his way down to a secret passage that leads to a rubber dinghy. Jeez, you would have thought a criminal mastermind would have better utilities at his disposal. And George isn't satisfied with just his share.
All the money, George, huh? $15 million, Mr. Smith. Why not? Just give me the saddlebags.
You'll find a way to be broke in a year, George.
Hey, that just goes to show you. Don't mess with Ricardo Montalbon. Jeez, the ledge is 2 feet away. Just reach over and grab it.
Don't swim!
Really, George? Oh, I am so sorry.
And there's a motorcycle around? What are you doing on a rubber raft that does 5 miles an hour? You should be using that. And I don't know how she ends up tracking him, cause he gave no indication of where he was going. Whatever, just go with it. Cause we're about to have our big showdown between Wonder Woman and Abner. So how is it gonna end, with a big drawn out fight or a climactic chase scene or something?
You came close, Abner.
No, I guess the show ran out of time. Let's just end it like this.
Wonder Woman, I love you.
So Wonder Woman saves the day. She returns the books and the money back to Steve Trevor. Well, that was an interesting take, and I know I goofed on it, but it wasn't half bad. But I'm glad we got the Linda Carter version a year later. I'd really like to know what you think about the movie. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment, because that goes a long way in promoting my videos on YouTube. I'm Jay, my channel is Over Easy Mode. Thank you for watching, over and out.